While we have had the opportunity to discuss, understand, internalize and appreciate the riks as mentioned in the Sri Suktam that praises Sri Devi, there are two other Suktams of equal importance. They are Bhu Suktam and Nila Suktam. Bhu Suktam, as the name indicates, praises Bhuma Devi, Mother Earth. Nila Suktam, as the name indicates, praises Nila Devi. She, along with Bhumi Devi, are regarded as the other consorts of the Lord. Sri Devi, Bhu Devi, Nila Devi. In the same order, Vedanta Deshika praises the three Devis, Devi Trayam, in his Daya Shatakam. Samasta Jananim Vande Chaitanya Stanyadayinim Shreyasim Srinivasasya Karunamiva Rupinim Vande Vrishagirishasya Mahishim Vishwadharinim Tatkripa Pratighatanam Kshamaya Varanam Yaya Nishamayatu Mamnila Yadbhoga Patalaidruvam Bhavitam Srinivasasya Bhaktadoshesva Darshanam. These are the three shlokas that praise all the three Devis. He has dedicated a stotram, a hymn, titled Bhu Stuti, in which he exclusively praises Bhumi Devi. Sankalpa Kalpa Latikam Avadhin Kshamayah Svecha Varaha Mahishim Sulabhanu Kampam Vishwasya Mataram Akinchana Kamadhenum Vishwambharam Asharanaha Sharanam Prapadye is the invocatory verse of that Prabandham. He mentions, Hey Bhuma Devi, Kalpa Latika, you are like the wish-yielding tree, creeper, Kalpaka. Why? Because we obtain all the material pleasures that we all enjoy in this world is on Bhumi. So she is the one who grants us those pleasures. So Sankalpa Kalpa Latikam, but you are also the embodiment of mercy, forgiveness, Avadhim Kshamayah. Who are you? Svecha Varaha Mahishim. You are the empress. You are the consort of Varaha Bhagavan. Sulabhanu Kampam. Anukampam. Sulabhanu Kampam. You are very simple, humble, and you are merciful. Vishwasya Mataram. You are the mother to this entire world. Akinchana Kamadhenum. Look at me. I am an Akinchana. I have no other thing but my Jivatma to surrender and offer to you. Kamadhenum. But you are Kamadhenu, wish-yielding cow. Vishwambharam, the one who supports Bharati, the one who supports the entire Vishwam. Vishwambharam, Asharanaha Sharanam Prapadye. I have no other refuge but to fall at your feet. Please give me asylum. Is this invocatory verse? Why is Bhumi Devi discussed? While we are speaking about the appreciation of Vedic literature of our Vedas, in the Karma Kandam, I am not discussing Vedanta, which is Jnana Kandam, which is Upanishad. I am discussing just the Brahmanam, Aranyakam and Samhita Bhagam of the Vedas, in which we have had the opportunity to understand Purusha Suktam, Sri Suktam. Sri Suktam's speciality was that it is in the Rig Vedam. Purusha Suktam is in Yajur Vedam. Though Purusha Suktam is mentioned in Yajur Vedam, it is found in all the Vedams, but the version that we all discussed was in Krishna Yajur Vedam. Similarly, Bhu Suktam is found in the Taittiriya Samhita of Krishna Yajur Vedam. So, to understand if Bhuma Devi as the consort of the Lord has been mentioned in connection with Varahavataram, yes, there is one mantra which goes like this. Uddhritasi Varahena Krishnena Shatabahuna Bhumir Dhenur Dharani Lokadharini. This forms a part, an integral part of Mahanarayana Upanishad. Uddhritasi Varahena. In the form of Varaha, the Lord appeared. Uddhritasi, he had to uplift, lift somebody who was suffering. Uddhritasi Varahena, he had to uplift in the form of Varaha, whom? Krishnena Shatabahuna, he being Krishna himself, Shatabahuna, with his hundreds of hands he lifted, Bhumir Dhenur Dharani Lokadharini, the one who is appreciated as Bhumi Devi, Dhenur Dharani, Bhumi Dharini, Lokadharini, the one who supports, is the substratum for the entire universe. He had to rescue her. So, Vedam does mention about Varaha rescuing Bhumi Devi. So, there is a mention of Bhumi Devi in connection with Lord Sriman Narayana in the Krishna Yajurvedam itself. Now, there is another mantra which goes like this. Mrittike haname papam yenmaya dushkaram kritam Tvaya hatena papena jivami sharadashatam Mrittike dehi me pushtim Tvaya sarvam pratishtitam. O Mother Earth, destroy whatever sins I have committed. Whatever sins I have committed, misdeeds that I have committed, kindly forgive me. My sins have been destroyed by you. Now that I have requested and you have destroyed, may I live for 100 autumns. Sharada Shatam. Shatamanam bhavati shata yaf purusha shatendriya ayushevendriye pratitishthati. So there also we mentioned that hundreds of years. So the Sharada Shatam means I should see 100 autumns. There is only one autumn for every samvatsaram, for every year. So 100 autumns means I should live for 100 years. Now, Mrittike dehi me pushtim tvayi sarvam pratishtitam. I understand, we tell the Vedacharya that everything is established in you. Hence, this is strong enough a reason for us to surrender to you. Now, this is regarded as a very important mantra that I recited. It is not a part of Bhu Suktam, but this is one mantra from the Vedas which denotes and respects Bhumi Devi. So, we have seen a mantra that speaks of Bhumi Devi in connection to the Lord as Varaha Swarupi. And then here we have Bhumi Devi being worshipped so that the sins can be eradicated, can be destroyed. Since all things are produced on this earth, she is referred to as Bhumihi. Since she is stationed without any movement, she is called Dharani. Now, is Bhumi Devi being mentioned, are her qualities being mentioned in our scriptures? Yes. In Srimad Rāmāyanam, while describing Sri Rama's qualities, Valmiki says, Kshamaya Prithvi Samaha. Kshama, in his quality or gunam of forbearance, of being very patient, he is like Bhumi Devi. Kshamaya Prithvi Samaha. Then there is another verse. Papanam va shubhanam va vadharhanam plavangama karyam karunamaryena na kaschit naparadhyati. I've just given a gap, you may need to. This Bhumi Devi, who is mentioned here, along with Sri Devi and Neela Devi, what relationship does she enjoy with the Lord? Here there is a beautiful shloka as delineated by a great preceptor called Parashara Bhatta. Bhogyavamapi nantariya kataya pushpangaragai samam nirvrittaf pranayati vahana vidhau nitaha parivahatam. Devi Tvamanu Nilaya Sahamahi Devyas Sahasram Tatha Yobhistvam Stanabahu Drishti Bhiriva Swabihi Priyam Shlaghase. So, when the Lord enjoys his association with Sri Devi, where Bhumi Devi and Neela Devi are subservient to her, then how are these two Devis treated? They are like the sandal paste and the flowers that are used to adorn him. So, Bhumi Devi and Neela Devi are like the Gandhadwaram, the sandal paste and the flowers. Meaning to say that his association with Sri Devi is eternal, permanent. And as he experiences Sri Devi, Bhumi Devi and Neela Devi also feel the presence. Why? For example, Parashara Bhatta tells, let us imagine that we are holding water, lots of water together. The moment the floodgates, the barricades are open, the water will rush through. That time it will not just go in the channel, it will also sprinkle and move in the banks. Similarly, that Anubhavam of the Lord with Sri Devi is like the controlled waters. The moment that Anubhavam is let out, it goes sprinkles on either sides, thereby Bhumi Devi and Neela Devi are also recipients of that water, of that running water of Mahalakshmi's experience with the Lord. Now, how do they experience? Imagine we have been mentioning in Siddhantam that the entire world of Chara Acharatmakam, so there is Chetana, Achetana Vargam, the entire universe that constitutes of Chetana, Achetana is the body of the Lord. The Shariri, the one who is within, is Paramatma himself. So for Paramatma's body, nothing but the Jivatmas and the Achetanam constitutes it. So Sri Devi, for Sri Devi, Bhu Devi and Neela Devi are like her limbs. So when the Lord experiences Sri Devi, at that point in time, Bhumi Devi and Neela Devi feel as if their Atma is experiencing the Lord's grace. It is Atma Anubhavam at that point in time for Bhumi Devi and Neela Devi. On the other hand, when the Lord enjoys with Bhumi Devi and Neela Devi, it is as if for Sri Mahalakshmi, her limbs, her hands are being enjoyed by somebody else, because Bhudevi and Neela Devi constitute the Shariram for Sri Devi. So Sri Devi, who is Sri Mahalakshmi, along with the Lord, is treated as the divine couple. So both together, the Divya Dampati, the divine couple, is our Upayam, is our destination. They are together. That entity is regarded as Parabrahma Tattvam, which is Ishvara Tattvam. Now, where will Bhudevi and Neela Devi fit? They are not Achetana Tattvam. They possess knowledge, so they are Chetana Tattvam. How many Vargas are Chetanas divided into? As discussed in the Purusha Suktam, we have Baddha, Mukta, Nitya. Who are Baddhatmas? You and me. We are bound by karma. I am speaking, you are listening. You are sitting in your house, I am speaking from my house. So we are all experiencing it. So we are Baddhatmas. The moment we do an upayam, either be it Bhakti Yogam or Sharanagati, we will attain Moksham. At that point in time, our status may change to Muktatma. From Muktatma, we have another state where they are original people in Sri Vaikuntham. They are Nithyatma, like Ananta Garuda Vishwaksena. They are not tormented by karma as much as we are all tormented. So Bhudevi and Neela Devi are a part of Nitya Suri Goshti. They are not a part of Ishvara Goshti. Now, as we explain this, the Tamil saints, mystic saints called the Alvars in the early first millennium mention about Bhudevi's presence. Here, there is a verse which goes like this. அழைக்கும் கருங்கடல் வெண்திரை கொண்டு போய் அலர்வாய் மழைக்கண் மடந்தை அரவணையேற மண் மாதர் வீண்வாய் அழைத்து புலம்பி முலைமலை மேல் நின்றும் அருக்களாய் மழைக்கண்ணநீர் திருமால் கோடியான் என்று வார்க்கின்றதே. So the bluish ocean invited Sri Mahalakshmi from the lotus flower, whose glance is as cool as the rain. Now, as the waves lash in the ocean, Lakshmi along with her Lord, Sri Devi along with her Lord, started to beautifully experience each other on the mattress called Adisesha. Now, Bhuma Devi, whose bosoms are like the mountains, it looks as if she is standing atop the mountains and she is crying that I am not able to get the experience what Sri Devi is enjoying, thereby giving away rains to the mortals. So whatever rains we see today from the sky means that much of Anubhavam the Lord is having with Sri Devi, and that much of Dukkham Bhumi Devi is having, and so she starts shedding tears. So the position of Bhumi Devi is that of a Jivatma, but not like a Baddhatma or Muktatma. She is a Nityatma. She does not form an integral part of Ishvara Goshti, but she is the Shariram to Sri Mahalakshmi. Now, Bhu Suktam is a part of Taittiriya Samhita in Krishna Yajurvedam. So, we will go mantra after mantra. The first mantra that celebrates Bhuma Devi in Bhu Suktam is Bhumir Bhumna Dyaurvarina Antariksham Mahitva Upasthete Devyedite Gnimannada Manna Dhyayadadhe. Hey Devi, hey Bhuma Devi, Bhumihi Bhumna. So by the very expanse of your earth, you look so very lavish and widespread. Sayana Bhashyam says, Bahutvena Vipulatvena Tvam Bhumihi Evasi. Sayanacharya states, Bahutvena Vipulatvena, that which is spread so lavishly. O Mother Earth, Bhattabhaskara says, Bahulyena Bhurasi, the one who is adept with plenty, that Bhumir Bhumna, by your vast expanse, you are the elder one. You have this entire earth as your Shariram. Is the earth the only Shariram for you? The entire earth that we see, right from North America, South America, Europe, Africa, Asia, Australia, Antarctica, all the oceanic waters, do they all constitute your body? Yes, they all constitute your Shariram. Is that where your Shariram stops? Vedam says no. Dhyaurvarena, by your very Mahatvam, by your very greatness, you are the very heaven, Devalokam. So, from that Devalokam also till the Bhumi that constitutes your Shariram. So, Dyauhu asitvam varina urutvena, says Sayana, whereas Bhattabhaskara says varina varimna sreshtatvena Dyauhu asi. So, that region from the top till earth is your body. Antariksham mahitva, antariksham asi mahitva mahatmena mahitva mahatvena antariksham asi. The place where the sun, the moon, the stars, the Austa Chandrarka Nakshatraha, all these move, where she is pervaded there as well. So her stretch lasts till there. So there also it is said Antariksham Mahitva. So if we say that she is pervading there, is she also like the Lord? Because the Lord can pervade everywhere. He is called Vibhu, that quality is Vibhutvam. Can she also pervade? No, she is Anu. She is like the Jivatma. Anutve sati chetanatvam. By her Jnana Shaktadi qualities, she bears them all. She bears all of them because of her Jnana Shakti, which are her qualities. Tatha bhumischa neelacha seshabhute mate mama swarupattastu na tayor gunato vyaptir ishate. So Bhumi and Neela are subservient to the Lord. They don't have Swarupa Vyapti. They have only Guna Vyapti. They are pervaded not by Swarupam, but just by their qualities. Adite. Next the Veda mantra says Adite. What does Adite mean? He Devi, Adite Akhandite Bhume. He Mata, Akhandite Bhume, the one who is not controlled. You are so much spread across the earth. Akhandite Bhume, Ahavaniyo Bhumitvena Stuyate. So Ahavaniyo Bhumitvena Stuyate. Those who do karmas, those who do yajnas, fire sacrifices, know you as Bhumi. Te, for you, Upasthe, Annadam Agnim. That is, the one who gets to perform the yajnam, te upasthe, the one who is very close to you. So now there comes an association of Bhuma Devi and her child. So that point Vedacharya says te upasthe. Like how a mother will always keep her little child close to her hip. Similarly, the trees, the water bodies like the lakes, rivers, ocean, the trees, the plants, the grass, all the dhanadhanyam that we get, all the minerals that we know, all of it is kept very close to earth because she is the mother. So, te upasthe. And how is she as a mother? Because there is generally a definition given or an example given for how the Devis treat their children. It seems the Lord is seated like this. On one side is Sri Devi, the other side is Bhu Devi, Neela Devi. So when we as a Jivatma go and stand in front of the Lord, he keeps telling, you have committed so many mistakes, how do I forgive you? Immediately he turns to Sri Devi to get a concurrence with her. Sri Devi says, is there someone who has not committed mistakes in this world? Everyone has committed mistakes in this world. So why don't you forgive him? Is there someone who has not committed mistakes? She asks. The Lord is a bit shocked. He did not want to take her counsel. He turns to Bhumi Devi. Bhumi Devi says, she has asked the wrong question. What has she asked? Is there someone who has not committed mistakes? I will ask you a question. Is there someone who has committed mistakes? The Lord felt, no, I will ask Neela Devi. Neela Devi said, she asked if there is someone who has not committed mistakes. Bhuma Devi asked, is there someone who has committed mistakes? I am asking, is there something called a mistake? So, competing with each other, Sri Devi, Bhu Devi and Neela Devi want to ensure that the Lord showers mercy on his devotees. Aham Annadaha. So, in the Bhrigu Valli of Taittiriya Upanishad, it is said, Aham Annam. I am that which can be consumed. In the sense, this Jivatma belongs to Paramatma. This Sharanagatittvam has been mentioned, Aham Annam, thereby mentioning that the Brahman, the Parabrahman, Paramatma, loves us immensely. So, Baddha Jiva, that Jivatma which is bound by karma is called Annadan. So, Aham Annadaha, I am that Baddha Jivatma. No, that once I am mentioning Aham Annadaha, I am that Annam, I am taking myself to the rock bottom and I am telling you that I am the most inferior. Please look upon me. Agne, Agram Niyata Ityagnihi. The one who takes that object to a top, whatever is intended to the top, is called Agni. So, Jivatma is also called Agni because that also has to undertake an Urdhva Gamanam, should go to the top. Till now, you gave Prakritika Annam to the Shariram of Jivan. From now on, you will give Aprakritika, that which is not bound by the Panchabhutas, to the Jivan, which is the Purushakara Bhuta. Now, by holding the child near your hip, so you are Upasthe. By giving love to the Jivatma, you are Agnihi. Now, who is that who is being loved? It is said Baddha Jiva, Annadam. Therefore, I submit, Adadhe, I submit myself, Ahamatyeva Maya Samarpitaha. Stotra Ratnam Yamunacharya says, therefore, with all these reasons which are very valid, I surrender myself to you. Yenadavi Tandolindén is what Nammalvar, the mystic saint poet in the Tamil language, says. Yenadavi Tandolindén, I give you my Avi, which is my Jivatma. So the second mantra of Bhu Suktam is like this. Ayam Gauhu Prishnirakkramida Sananmataram Punaha Pitaram Cha Prayan Suvaha. So what does this mean? To attain the Lord, asylum should be sought at Bhumi Devi. We have to seek asylum at the feet of Bhumi Devi. What does the other meaning mean? By doing pradakshinam around you. So if you are there and going around you, Surya became one of the abodes to the Lord. So we speak about Ravi Mandala, Paramapada, Kshira Abdi, Vyomani. So these are the three worlds. One is Ravi Mandalam, which is Surya Mandalam. Next is Kshirabdi, Milky Ocean. Third is Paramapadam. These are the three main abodes where the Lord stays. Ravi Mandala, Paramapada, Kshirabdi, Vyomani, says Appai Dikshitendra while commenting upon Vedanta Deshika's Yadavabhyudayam. The Tamil mystic poet who is Periyalvar, Vishnu Chitta states, Tanikkadale, which is Kshirabdi, Tani Chudare, Ravi Mandala, Tani Ulage, Paramapadam, Tanikkadale, Tani Chudare, Tani Ulage, Yennendru. He talks about the three worlds. Similarly, by doing pradakshinam around the earth, it seems that Surya became one of the abodes to the Lord. We have a very technical, challenging question here. How do we say that the earth, the sun is going around the earth? Isn't this against our understanding? No. Let us understand from our perspective. We have been told that Bhumi goes around the sun. Yes, it is proven. That is how we get different seasons and all of that. But at the same time, from my point of reference, if I look to the sun in the morning, it is in the east, in the noon in the middle, then again it is there in the west in the evening, and again it has to take another round for it to come in the east in the morning. So from my perspective, it seems as if the sun is going around the earth. Now, if there is a fact, universal fact that the earth goes around the sun, why should Alvars change? Because they will always view from their point of view. They have no intent to go to the top of the world, see the bird's eye view and then see the earth rotating by itself, revolution is taking place around the sun. No, for them, from their point of view, earth around which the sun went became, that sun became one of the abodes of the Lord thereby. So, Gauhu, Adithyatma gachatiti Gauhu, Gamanashilaha, Prishnihi Shuklavarnaha, Adityanamaivava, Adithyatma gachatiti Gauhu. Aditya, the sun that keeps moving from our perspective, is called as Gauhu. Garhapatya Aditya Rupena Gauhu, Gamanashilaha, Prishnihi Shvetavarnau Jagadakramit. So thereby it indicates that Lord Surya is the one who is being mentioned here. I am Prashnihi. that point in time, that sun, Surya, who's being described, is described as the one with white rays. I am Prashnihi. So Shukla Varna. How? He must give you rays, right? Remember, the sun may look yellow. The rays need not look yellow. The moment they are transparent and not found to be influenced by a color, our understanding of physics states that the white light goes through the prism. When we take the prism experiment, white light should go through the prism. What is white light? Does it mean it is white in color? No. Something which is colorless, which we cannot associate with any color, then that becomes white light. So from that white light, we get 7 lights: Vibgyor, violet, indigo, blue, yellow, orange, red, and so on. So on one side of violet becomes ultraviolet, the other side of red becomes infrared. So this spectrum that we get is from white light. Who gives us that white light? Gauhu, Surya. So I am Prashnihi. Prayan, without going fast. He is going, but he is not going very fast. Mataram akramit. Thereby, O Mother Earth, it seems as if the sun has gone around you. Punaha cha pitaram asant. Thereby, by your grace, by having obtained punyam of going around you, he has attained our father, who is Vishnu, thereby making that an abode. So, now while mentioning about Gauhu, we were talking that it could be sun. It could also mean earth. It could also mean cow. So how is earth and cow going together? Because whenever Bhumi Devi has to appear, most of the charitrams, she will appear in our Purānās in the form of a cow. In Prithu Charitram, Vena was a very tyrant king, so the people got together and killed the king, and they wanted a higher apparent to the Rajyam. So what they did was they turned the body of Vena Maharaja while they were churning his hands. As a result of it was born Prithu Chakravarti. Prithu Chakravarti had to bear the brunt of the misdeeds committed by his very father Vena. So at one point in time, while people were dying because of thirst and hunger, he wanted to extract wealth in the form of dhanam and dhanyam from Bhumi Devi. Bhumi Devi appeared in the form of a cow. The moment she saw Prithu Chakravarti, she started running. So thereby even Prithu Chakravarti ran behind her, and using his bow and arrow he threatened her and got and churned different kinds of wealth. This has been mentioned in one shloka. Vikhyata pruthuriti tapasopadishtaihi suta adyaihi parinuta bhavi bhuri viryaha venartya kabalita sampadam dharitrim akrantam nijadhanusha samamakarishihi. Thereby Prithu Chakravarti extracted different forms of wealth from Bhumi Devi, who had come in the form of cow. Bhumir driptri nripavyaja daityanika shatayutaihi akranta bhuri bharena brahmanam sharanam yayau. When Bhumi Devi appeared in the form of a cow, the Devas accompanied her and went and sought refuge at the feet of Brahma. So Brahmanam sharanam yayau. And then she started weeping, shedding tears of dukkham in the form of a cow. The shloka goes, Gaur bhutva ashrumukhi khinna krandanti karunam vibhoho upasthitantike tasmai vyasanam swamavochata. So she went in the form of a cow. Looking at her crying, Brahma was also clueless, and he took all the Devas along with Bhumi Devi to Karya Vaikuntham, and they cried in front of the Lord. That is when the Lord said, do not worry, I shall be born on this earth to rescue all. Maybe he had a clue, got a clue that Bhumi Devi appeared in the form of a cow. That is why he was born into a kulam, later nurtured in a kulam where it depended completely on cows. So here, either it could mean Bhumi Devi in the form of a cow, it could mean Gauhu, which could be Surya who goes around the earth. It could also mean Gauhu, which is earth, that always stands in one place, thereby letting Surya accumulate punyam. So this is the second mantra of Bhu Suktam. The third mantra is Trigumshadhama Virajati. Vak Patangaya Shishriye Pratyayasya Vahadyubihi Trigumshadhama Virajati. Trimshadhamani sthanani virajati prakashavad bhavati. So, what are these 30 abodes where Bhumi Devi resides? Trigumshadhama virajati. So, while distributing time, we have 30 muhurtas. Trimshan muhurta uchyante. Panchadasha annaha panchadasha ratrehe. So 15 plus 15 into 48 will give us 24 hours. Now each hour has 60 minutes. So 24 into 60 should give us the total number of minutes. Now how can this 24 into 30 be split? Take it this way. 24 into 60 is 24 into 30 into 2. Correct? So 60 is 30 into 2. Now how do I put this 2 back to 24? So 24 into 2 into 30 will make it 48 into 30. Either it can be expressed as 24 into 60 or 48 into 30. When it is expressed as 30 instead of 60, it means each is a ghatika. So each ghatika will have 24 minutes. So 30 ghatikas into 24 minutes will be 12 hours of a day. Or we can take 24 hours into 60 minutes. In whichever way we come across this concept of 30 or 30 into 2, which is 60. So this 30 marks very important for us. So Trigumsha Dhama Virajati, the one who rests in these 13 Dhama Virajati, thus 13 splits of time. In the previous mantra we had discussed Gauhu or Prishnihi, where it indicates the sun. So sun shines because of your grace. Vedacharya says, hey Bhumi Devi, the sun that we are seeing is shining because of your grace. Vak patangaya shishriye. May the speech, may my stuti be in the form of praise such that Surya, who is sun, patangaya adityaya pakshivadavakasha sancharinam adityam, says Bhattabhaskara. So what flies in the antariksham between the sky and earth? The birds fly, patangaya. Now who also goes in the same region giving us light? Which is the sun. So sun is treated as patangaya. Vak patangaya shishriye. Surya is worshipped through the riks of Rigveda in the morning, through Yajurveda in the afternoon, then through Samaveda in the evening. Because he keeps flying in the sky, he is called Patangaha. So Patangaya Shishriye Pratyasya Vahadyubihi. Here Pratishabdena Pratikulam Uchyate. So Pratishabdam means Pratikulam, Anukulyasya Sankalpam, Pratikulyasya Varjanam, Pratikulam Uchyate. So by your grace, Hey Mata Bhumi Devi, please take away the sins that I have committed. Pratikulam, by this inferior me, asya. So pratyasya vahadyubihi, pratyasya vahadyubihi, whatever sins I have committed, take them away. By what? By what will she take? So here earth has blessed sun. So sun, by on the command of Bhumi Devi, will take that out through his rays. So Tejo bihi Jwala Rupa bihi, says the beautiful third mantra of Bhu Suktam. Next mantra is the fourth mantra of Bhu Suktam. Asya pranad apanatyantas charati rochana vyakhyayan mahishaha suvaha. Asya rochana, asya agnehe adityasya rochana deeptihi. Be it Agni, through which we are performing in Karma Kandam the sacrifice, or be it the sun. So in either case, the radiance of Paramatma. So you all represent the radiance of Paramatma. Antas charati, antas sharire charati. Now that rays of Bhumi Devi, that rays which sun has obtained from Bhumi Devi, goes into our body. Antas sharire charati, goes inside our body. Pranat, prana vyaparat anantaram. After that prana vyaparam is over, apanati, apanati, apana vyaparam kurvati. So one is taking in air, the other is exhaling air. So the one is urdhvagamanam, the other one is adhogamanam. Jivanam urdhvagamanam prananam. That movement which goes to the top is prananam. Adhogamanam apananam. That which goes bottom is apananam. To carry out these two functions, the radiance of the Lord. So what happens is the rays of the sun and the earth, which are dependent on each other, is pervading into my body, going into my body, so as to give me two kinds of pleasures. Ihaloka Saukhyam, material pleasures, Aishwarya Labham and Bhagavallabharti. Aishwaryarthi, Kaivalyarthi, Bhagavallabharti. So these kinds of pleasures, which is Aishwaryarthi, in that you can include partly Kaivalyarthi, because the next stage is Kaivalyarthi, and from Kaivalyam one has to progress to Bhagavallabharti, which is Moksham. So both material pleasures and Moksham will be obtained by me. Chandogya Upanishad says, from the earth comes fire, from Akasham, space, comes the wind, which is Vayu, from Antariksham comes Surya, the sun. So Agni is recognized as Agni, Vayu and Surya are recognized on earth in the middle and sky. So there is Agni on earth, Vayu in the middle, Surya in the upper world. So Surya, Vayu, Agni, this is how we have described. Vyakhayan Mahishaha Suvaha. Since it stays in the large body of the Lord, it shines. The rays of the sun and earth shine. Mahishaha could mean bull and it could also mean sun. So here when we say Vyakhayan Mahishaha Suvaha, that could also mean a bull, it could also mean a sun, because Mahishi becomes a queen, Mahishaha becomes the king. Thereby, Mahishaha Mahati Sharire Sidati, the one who rests within our body, thereby engulfing through his rays, becomes Vyakhayan Mahishaha Suvaha. So as we are discussing Bhuma Devi's greatness, parallelly Vedam also discusses Surya, sun. Why? Because sun and fire are inseparable. Whenever sun shines during the day and during the evening towards the night time, that glow has to go into something, it goes into the fire. So sun and Agni are inseparable, and it is very important that we discuss Agni in Suktams, because this deals with Karma Kandam, the Suktams, and thereby Agni becomes very important. Now the fifth mantra, Yatva Kruddha Paro Vapamanyuna Yadvartya Sukalpamagne Tattava Punastovadhipamayasi. Yatva Kruddha Paro Vapamanyuna Yadavartya. Because of the sins that I have committed in my past, I was unable to get rid of those sins in the present too, and now also I am committing sins. Thus, I have developed an anger towards you. See, because of my Purva Janma Vasana, or let's say the sins that I have committed, I am not able to move forward. In that case, I will get angry. When will we get angry? We desire something and we are not able to get that object because of Ashakta, because we are not that powerful or valorous, then that causes anger. A child wants ice cream. He wants to reach it out to, which is there on the kitchen slab, but his height is not helping him. At that point in time, the child will get angry and start crying. Then he will call the mother and get it done. So our inability gets transformed into anger. So he says, Ashaktascha tatpadam gantum tato nindam prakurvate. People without any strength, stamina or valor are the people who will engage in hurling abuses at the other person. If I am hurling abuses at the other person, it shows my anger. Why am I getting angry? Ashakta, I am incapable. So this incapability has led me, hey Bhumi Devi, to abuse you. Thus, I have slipped from the aradhanam that I have to perform towards you. Sukalpam tat tava punaha. Thus, by your grace, let that evil act reach a good ending. I have started something very bad, but I have now realized only through your grace I can move forward. Hey Mata, please give me that particular strength so that I can resume Aradhanam for you. Either be it Agni or be it Bhuma Devi, please Mata, make me a devotee again. So we request Mata to act on that particular aspect. The moment Agne Punastava Uddipayamasi, I shall make you shine or glow brightly. I shall meditate upon you again. So here Vedacharya states, because of the prarabdha papam, whatever I have committed, because of sanchitam and prarabdham, I am not being able to realize you, understand you, the greatness of you. Please give me that grace. Agne punastava uddipayamasi. Any devata we propitiate in Karma Kandam is through Agni. So even if I have to reach Bhumi Devi, I have to go through Agni. Agne punastava uddipayamasi. May by your grace I shall shine brightly again. The moment Jivatma neglects Paramatma, he loses that shine in him, that particular radiance goes away. Param Jyoti Rupa Sampadya. Param Jyoti Rupa Sampadya, that which has been described as ever radiant, resplendent, that sheen goes away because he has slipped away from the Aradhanam from you. Here, the Tamil mystic poet supports this. Yen kan pasam vaita param shudar shodike. Param shudar shodike. Yen kan pasam vaita. So he talks about the radiant form of the Lord, and he also feels within that he has not been able to worship and propitiate the Lord as much he should be doing so. Why? Why should we shift from the sun god to the fire? Earlier, if you remember, we were discussing about Gauhu and how the entire system works, that is, sun goes around earth, and thereby he became one of the abodes to the Lord. He obtained that because of the grace of Bhumi Devi. Now, while we were discussing Bhumi Devi first, Bhumir Bhumna Dyaurvarina Antariksham Mahitva, then we transitioned to Gauhu while discussing Surya, and from Surya we have gone to Agni. In this mantra it says Agne Punastava Uddipayamasi. We have gone to Agni. Why this shift from Surya, whose sun, to fire? So Vedam says Agnimva Adityaha Sayam Pravishati. Sayamba, when it turns towards evening, then the sun will start setting. At that point in time, all his radiance, all his powers gets transformed into or goes into fire. Now in Raghuvamsham, there is a beautiful shloka by Kalidasa, who is a Shastra Kavi. Sarajyam Gurunadattam Pratipadyadhikam Babhau Dinante Nihitam Tejaha Savitreva Hutashanaha. So having obtained the kingdom from his father, Raghu shone brightly like the fire who receives radiance. So the father is like the sun during the day. Towards the end of his lifetime, he gave away all the kingdom and the wealth to his son Raghu. Now Raghu shone towards the end of the day. It is said during the day the father is the sun. To the end of the day and during the night, who is the sun? Sun gets transformed into fire. So Raghu represents the fire while his father represents the sun. See how beautifully this concept, the Vedic concept that sun moves into, pervades in the fire after the sunset is over, is beautifully brought out by Kalidasa. Coming to the 6th mantra, Yatte Manyuparoptasya Prithvi Manudadhvase Aditya Vishve Taddevaha Vasavascha Samabharan Yatte Manyuparoptasya. That anger which was formed because of me neglecting you, the devotee tells through Vedacharya, Hey Bhumi Devi, I have neglected you. Haven't we neglected her? How? On this earth, who is Bhuma Devi, we are boring. We are going so deep to extract oil, to extract water. Imagine somebody is drilling on your skull. How much of pain, how much of torture she has to bear. Well, even I am doing it. Even in my house, if I need borewell, I am boring it. So please do not think I am getting into the advisory mode. I am nobody to advise. I am not even suggesting. I am just telling what sins we are committing. At least we should be cognizant of the sins we are committing. We should not live in the paradise of ignorance. So here, yatte manyu paroptasya. I have got angry thereby. Manyu. Paroptasya. Thereby I have discarded you, neglected you all this time. Prithvi Manudadhvase. That is because of your grace that during the time of dissolution, I sought refuge at your feet. Now, your light, your form of light or radiance was distributed to so many people. Aditya, Vishvedevata and Vasavaha. 3 people, Shastram tells that your radiance was distributed. Aditya, Vishvedevo, Vasavascha Samabharan. Thereby, let these luminary bodies, that which gives light to while human beings while we are on earth, let them be shining because of his grace. Yatte Manyuparoptasya Prithvi Manudadhvase Aditya Vishvetaddevaha Vasavascha Samabharan, says this particular mantra. Now, the 7th mantra onwards that we see in the general recitation of Bhu Suktam is not found in Krishna Yajurvedam. It is found in Atharvana Vedam. So here it goes like this. This particular mantra onwards, it is in Atharvana Vedam. Medini Devi Vasundhara Syad Vasuda Devi Vasavi Brahmavarchasaha Pitrunam Shrotram Chakshur Manaha. it becomes like a Namavali. Vedam is doing a Namavali, is celebrating goddess earth. Here, Medini Devi, she is referred to as Medini Devi. Now for this, the commentators have sought the help of a great verse from Murari's Anargharagavam. That is a beautiful kavyam. Here he says, Madhukaita bhadanava indra medaha plavavistra vishamaiva mediniyam adhivasya yadi svakairyai shobhitais chiramenanu bhunjate narendraha. So, while two asuras, one who was very mrudu, he was called Madhu. The other one was very kathora, so he was called Kaitaba. Mrudu, Madhu, Kathora, Kaitaba. Madhu Kaitaba wanted to torment Mother Earth. The Lord kept both of them on his lap and started hitting each other until they died. So their medas, their flesh, spread on Mother Earth upon their killing. So this medas was flesh, but the mother being her own self, she is not perturbed by the dirtiness of her children. So like how a mother, Adi Shankara says, Astam tavadiyam prasuti samaye durvara shulavyata nairuchyam tanusoshanam malamayi shayyacha samvatsari ekasyapina garbhabhara viditaha. So our 1 year, how were we inside the mother's womb? Inside our mother's womb, we were also curtailed in that small space. At one point in time, we felt we were quite mature and we had to get out to see the world. We pushed ourselves out. Look at the pain that the mother has to experience. Astam tavadiyam prasuti samaye durvara shulavyata. It was like a trident which gives that pain. Nairuchyam tanusoshanam malamayi shayyacha samvatsari. So she was always present. Shayyacha samvatsari. For 1 year, while we were laying down as children besides her on the bed, we used to pass urine, stools, and she never used to be bothered about that. She never made faces. She would clean them out. Similarly, Hey Mata, Medas, this particular flesh which was obtained by killing Madhu and Kaitapa is spread on you. But like a mother who treats the excreta of her very children as nothing which is untouchable, you are also like that. So she is called Medini because she supports Medas on her. Vasundhara, many precious stones or gold are found in her. So that particular Vasundhara, Vasu means wealth. Since she supports different forms of wealth, different kinds of wealth, she is called Vasundhara. Vasudha, she helps multiply that wealth. For example, I buy a small ground of 30 feet by 40 feet in Bengaluru. Maybe because of my salutations to Mother Earth, because of my very good qualities of respecting the creatures that are found on Mother Earth, tomorrow there may come an opportunity where my neighbor will say, I am planning to sell mine. Can you buy it? So if I have the money, I'll buy. So one half a ground has multiplied into another half a ground. So she will always help multiply that wealth. Because she helps multiply the wealth, she is called as Vasudha. Vasavi. So she is not the substratum only for Dhanarupam wealth, even for Dhanya Rupam. If I have to mine earth, I may get coal, it is a mineral. If I mine earth, I may get gold, it is a mineral. If I mine earth, I may get silver, that is a mineral. Is she meant only for these perishable objects or minerals? No, no. Even the sugar cane juice, the jaggery, the sugar that is made comes from Mother Earth while being grown on her. The different kinds of oil, gingerly oil, mustard oil, groundnut oil, coconut oil, all this is related in one form or the other to Bhuma Devi. So the dhanam and dhanyam, the rice, wheat and the pulses that we all consume, all that comes from Bhumi Devi. So she is just not in the form of Dhanarupa wealth, which is Artham, but she is also of Dhanya Rupam. So she is called as Vasavi. Syad, who should bless me? Bhuma Devi should bless me. Brahma Varchasaha, Pitrunam Shrotram Chakshur Manaha. Though because of that radiance born to me and my father, to our ears, eyes and our mind. To our eyes because we can see. To our ears because we can listen. and to our mind because we can think. May that radiance be born to me in this form. So there is a Niti Shastra shlokam. Janita chopaneta cha astu vidyam prayachati. Annadata bhayatrata panchete pitarasmritaha. A father, the term father is associated with 5 kinds of people. Janita, the one who has given birth. Chopaneta, the one who helps in nurturing that child. Yastu vidyam prayachati, the one who facilitates and pays for the education. He is also the father. Annadata, the one who gives us good food. I am hungry, I go to a house, I call him Appa. No, nothing harm because he is giving me food. Bhayatrata, the one who says, child, do not worry, I am there. So he causes that fearlessness in a child. So these 5 people can be called as father. Now coming to the 8th mantra. Devi Hiranyagarbhini Devi Prasuvari Sadane Satyayane Sida. Devi, the one who plays with the Chetana Vargam, with the Jivatmas is called Devi. The one who plays with Paramatma is also called Devi. Thereby, the one who treats playing as a sport, as her hobby, as a leisure time, plays with the Jivatmas and plays with the Paramatma. So she is called Devi. Hiranya Garbhini, she has got gold in her. So if you look at the mines of Australia, even Kolar gold mines, we have always found that as you mine earth, you get different kinds of wealth. So this particular aspect of where she grows gold within her. So Bhagavatam talks about Hatakam, which is gold. So that gold is, it seems, is generated, Shukha Brahmam says, when Lord Shiva and Parvati come together in Kailasham, and that flows, that Anubhava Janita Jalam flows into the crevices of earth and becomes very strong gold. So he says, Hiranya Garbhini Prasu, she gives birth to precious things. Now if you go in Bharata Desham, if you have to get coal, you have to go to the eastern states, some of the northeastern states where they keep digging, mining, and then you have to struggle so much to get the coal out. Whereas Indonesia, which is an archipelago nation, if you go there, coal will be found in plenty. You don't have to mine, it will be on earth, because all that which is under earth, due to the volcanic eruptions, it comes out and it all settles on the ground. Similarly, Prasu, she has given birth to many precious things. Vari, she has got wealth which is called Vari, and thereby she grants boons. Sadane, she is the residence of all. Satyayane, she is the residence of Satyam, Jnanam, Anantam, Brahma, and thereby she is residing in him. Satyayane, so this mantra says, Devi, Hiranyagarbhini Devi, Prasuvari, Sadane, Satyayane Sida. Hey Mata, who has wealth on her, who helps multiply wealth of her devotees, the one who has gold within her, the one who has given birth to precious things, the one who has got a wealth called as Vari, thereby you are the residence of all. Mata, please accept. Sadane Satyayane Sida, please accept my salutations, is what this 8th mantra says.